All right, hello everybody, KVUE Chief Meteorologist Hunter Williams here with our nightly update on YouTube Live and KVUE Plus. A few things that we need to talk about in this forecast. Number one, we have one more really cold night in the forecast, but tonight is going to be our last widespread freeze for a while. I think at least for a week and probably longer than that. In addition to this kind of transition away from the Arctic air and very winter-like pattern, we have rain chances coming back into our forecast. I've got kind of two big systems that we're watching. One's going to be Sunday morning, then the next one's going to be mid to late next week. I think that will be Wednesday night into Thursday of next week. So with that, we do want to get into the details of our forecast. So we will take you over to the wall. And as you can see, let's actually put max 1 at the wall. That way you can see our low temperatures for tonight. This is what we had this morning. As you can see, 31 was the low for Austin Camp Mabry. It was a light freeze immediately in town, but as you go out to the airport, 23 was the low temperature at the airport this morning, 21 in Taylor. Lano, which hit 12 degrees yesterday morning, dropped all the way down to 19 again this morning. LaGrange was 26, San Marcos 26. You get the idea, it was very cold. It was our 5th morning in a row with a widespread freeze. So this started back on Sunday, and each morning since then has been cold. Of course, this is our longest stretch so far this winter of consecutive morning freezes, and at least for a while, I think we're going to move away from this Arctic stretch and get into a rainier, stormier, more unsettled weather pattern for this weekend into next week. Live view outside from our Zach Theater camera. You can see the rest of our numbers today. We told you it was cold this morning. The afternoon a little bit warmer than yesterday. We hit 56 at both of our reporting sites. Average for this time of the year is 63, so still we were pretty well below that. Satellite radar is all quiet across the state of Texas. Well, for the most part, if you live in Brownsville, there's a little bit of light rain and a little system down that way. But for us, all's good. Here in Central Texas, just gearing up for some more chilly weather tonight. Current temperatures: 46 degrees in Austin, 46 in Pflugerville. Round Rock is already down to 38. Leander's already down to 36. For many of us, I think the numbers tonight will actually be a little bit colder than what we had last night. So briefly going back down to the cooler direction, 42 in LaGrange right now. Blanco's at 37, Fredericksburg 39 degrees, the current temperature. 24-hour temperature change, again, this afternoon was a little bit warmer, but as temperatures start to drop, it's actually a little cooler now in Georgetown and Burnett and Llano and Fredericksburg as we get ready for some cold stuff tonight. Here's my forecast tonight. We'll start east of I-35, mainly mid to upper 20s, but a lot of these numbers back down in hard freeze territory. So you're probably sick and tired of hearing me say this, but make sure you protect the 4 Ps tonight. People, pets, pipes, and plants. Giddings 27, Smithville 26, Bastrop about 25. Then here are the numbers across the I-35 corridor and the metro. 30 degrees in town, so the urban areas, that's still a pretty light freeze tonight, but as soon as you get outside of the city, it's a little frostier in Round Rock at 28, Georgetown 26, Buda 27, Kyle 26, Wimberley and Dripping Springs also down around 26 degrees tonight into tomorrow morning. And especially across the hill country, I mean, I've just been looking at these numbers in the Llano area where it's been hard freeze after hard freeze, even temperatures down in the teens. Hopefully Llano can stay in the low 20s tonight. 21 degrees in the forecast there. Kingsland 23, Burnett 25, Fredericksburg 23, Mason down around 22 degrees tonight. It will be a pretty quick warm up though. As you can see tomorrow, this looks really nice for a Friday afternoon. Sunshine and a high temperature of around 60. This is going to be by far the nicest weather that we have had in upwards of a week here in Central Texas. The area wide numbers, remember, average is 63, so even with our little warm-up, we're still going to be several degrees cooler than what is typical for this time of the year. Giddings 58 tomorrow, Bastrop 59. I've got upper 50s, low 60s for the most part. Closer look if you live in the Austin metro. 59 in Lakeway, Laga Vista 57, Round Rock, Pflugerville right around 60 tomorrow. Low temperatures next 5 days, trending in the right direction. I mentioned there's one more widespread freeze left. Saturday morning, initially, like a few days ago, I thought still could be freezing. I actually upped our low temperature to 35, and even that might actually be a little bit cold. I think we'll have some cloud cover moving in by the morning of Sunday, and that should prevent really everybody. I think even across the hill country, it's probably going to stay just above freezing for Saturday morning. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 40s and 50s. So the 20s, 30s, teens, that will be long gone as we go back to a more unsettled weather pattern. Speaking of, check out these rain chances over the weekend. A 20% for Saturday. I think most of the day on Saturday, just about all of it's going to be dry. That's mainly coming in for the evening. The afternoon, it's going to be mostly cloudy and cool, about 58. And then Sunday definitely looks like the wetter of the 2 days over the weekend. Low 50s in the morning, and then we just kind of hover in the 50s through the day. We've got a weak front coming in, so that will shift us to a northeast wind. And I have a 50% chance for scattered showers, maybe even a few rumbles of thunder in the forecast for Sunday. We have some high-res model data now. We're kind of on the edge of our models. We've talked all about these models the past few days of this winter weather stuff. Our graph model, it goes out 72 hours. So let's look at the last few frames of this. Here is 8:30 Saturday evening. You can see some drizzle and light rain showers developing. As we go into 11 o'clock, along east of I-35, a little bit of wet weather, but that all looks very light. And then this drizzle and light shower activity, it expands going overnight into Sunday morning here, 7 a.m. And you can see where this wind shift starts to come in. This is our weak little cold front. Now, as I say cold front, there is no Arctic air behind this one. There's really not a lot of cold air at all behind it. So our forecast actually is kind of trending warmer even despite this front. So here's 7 a.m. We'll keep going into 11. Long east of I-35, even a few thunderstorms are possible. Then here's kind of the last few frames of our run. Again, I think Bastrop, Lee County, Milam, Fayette, Caldwell, these will be the areas to watch as we go to the early afternoon for some scattered showers and maybe even a couple of thunderstorms. Now, I told you at the beginning of our live stream here tonight, we've got kind of two systems we're watching. You just saw the first one. That's going to be Saturday night into Sunday, 50% rain chance Sunday. Monday, Tuesday will briefly go a little bit drier. I've got a 10% Monday, a 20% on Tuesday. But then as we go Wednesday, and especially Wednesday night into Thursday, already the models are very bullish on this Thursday rain chance. So I normally don't do this for 7 days out, but I already have a 60% chance for rain and storms in our forecast on Thursday. And here's just a snapshot of what our European model is printing out. So this is 6 a.m. Thursday. Could be a line of showers and even storms. Look, I know it's January going into February, but maybe even something we'll need to watch for a strong storm potential here. Again, this is going to be Wednesday night into Thursday of next week. This data is likely going to change the exact timing of it, but we've got pretty good agreement here that pretty good weather maker is coming in for the middle to the end of next week. We need the rain, certainly do. GFS American model and our European model, both on track for give or take an inch plus. But look at some of these numbers off the European model. If this were to take place, and again, we'll get a little bit closer before we lock anything in, but if we start getting some of these, reds showing up, some 3 to 4 to 5 inch type totals, maybe we'd even need to watch for an isolated flood risk. But, it'd be pretty nice to have. We don't want bad flooding, right? But it would be nice to have some heavy rain across the hill country. That's really an area where we could use it. And speaking of the rain, 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook. So this now takes us January 29th through February 2nd. We still have above average precipitation in the forecast here over much of the Lone Star State, including us here in Central Texas. This is kind of non-forecast related, but I know a lot of folks care about this. Our sunrise sunset times, 6 p.m. was the sunset time earlier this evening. So we've had our last pre-6 o'clock sunset of the winter. Obviously, this will be getting later and later through the rest of this winter into the spring and the summer. The next time that we have a sunset, which is prior to 6 p.m., is going to be next November. So I know a lot of folks like to have a little bit of extra daylight when they get off work. Tonight, 30 degrees, a clear sky, another widespread freeze, but our last widespread freeze for a while, it looks like. Tomorrow, it's a sunny sky, a little warmer. I think all things considered, this is a really nice day. I have a high temperature of 60 in our forecast here in Austin. Allergy count. Guys, I need to, I'm going to knock on wood. You hear this? We have not had our first big cedar spike of the season yet. We've had some high cedar days, but not any very high cedar days. And this is like as good as can be. No ash, no mulberry, no other trees, no cedar, just low amounts of mold. Again, one of these dry, breezy cold fronts going to come through and it's going to do it for us. But as of now, our allergy count is in pretty good shape. All right, 7-day forecast. As you can see, we've got one more widespread freeze tomorrow morning at 30, 60 for the afternoon. Saturday morning is chilly, but not freezing cold, 35 to start the day. As we go into the afternoon, I have 58. Most of the day on Saturday is dry, but we're going to have some, isolated showers and drizzle that start to develop for the late evening into the overnight. And then Sunday, especially the first half of the day, is looking pretty wet. I've got a 50% for now. I could see that even trending a little bit higher. Mainly showers, but a few thunderstorms can't be ruled out east of I-35. Monday next week looks like it kind of trends back in the drier direction. Still pretty, our morning's going to be much better, much warmer in the 40s, but these afternoons are not all that warm. 57 and mostly cloudy on Monday. Tuesday's more like it, 63 for the afternoon high, a 20% rain chance, and then that stronger system is going to be coming in. It looks like late day Wednesday, and the timing could fluctuate a little bit, but it's that Wednesday, Thursday time frame. I've got a high of 70 in the forecast for a Wednesday. That sounds really nice. And then Wednesday night into Thursday, those storm chances ramp up. Already a 60% chance for storms on Thursday. We'll keep an eye on it. It will be much warmer. Is it possible maybe a couple strong storms could be in the mix? Something we'll need to watch. But that is what we have for you for now. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for our KVU Plus live stream. We really appreciate it. Again, we do these every night. Generally, I try to start these sometime between 7 and 7:30, whenever we can get all the other digital stuff wrapped up. And yeah, we'll continue to do these for you. So we appreciate everybody joining with us. Y'all have a good night. Next update from us will be KVU News at 10 o'clock, which you can watch here on KVU Plus, or you can turn on the old-fashioned TV. We are the ABC affiliate here in Austin, Texas. Y'all have a good night, and I will talk to you later.